It's premiere day for new movie Dark October, and the cast, crew and producers are all found in black ensembles to reflect the set theme of the movie. Produced by celebrity blogger Linda Ikeji, the movie follows the heart-wrenching story of how 4 students of the River State University were lynched back in 2012. Linda Ikeji, who followed the story rigorously on her blog and continues to make memorial posts about them every year, speaks on why it was important to tell the story via a movie format.
Well, this story happened obviously in 2012, and my blog broke it when it happened because I had a cousin who was a student in the school that called me and told me what was going on, and I couldn't believe it. Until I saw the videos that came out from the scene, I couldn't believe it. And these were young, vibrant, hard-working, talented young boys whose lives were snuffed out of them for no reason. And they were begging for their lives, and these men were heartless. They didn't care. They were being killed like animals. And these boys had ambition, they had dreams, they had aspirations. They were rappers, you know, they were students, they were in studying one was studying architecture. So I just thought, like, these boys must be immortalized. And you know, I followed the story for 5 years, from when it happened till they got justice in 2017. And a lot of Nigerians don't even know that they got justice. Some of the men that killed them were sentenced to death, and some were sentenced to life imprisonment. Those of us that have been extremely observant of following the case, we are still waiting for that verdict to be carried out, because it hasn't been carried out yet. So it was very important for me to tell the story, to immortalize the boys, to let the world know that these boys lived, even though their lives were snuffed out in the most brutal manner. Like, sometimes I can't even believe that human beings can be that inhumane, like behave like animals. Even animals have a bit of sympathy. And so when I wanted to go into telling the stories, theirs was the first story that I wanted to tell, so that 100 years from now, when you and I are gone, people will still remember that they existed.
The movie, directed by award-winning Nigerian filmmaker Toka Magbara, will also delve into the aftermath of the lynching and reveal the false narrative that cost the victims their lives.
I will tell you this for free. It was extremely emotional. One night did not pass that we did not go back to the hotel, and everybody will go back into their rooms. You know how it is when you finish working, people come out to have drinks and just chill, and you know, but everybody goes back into their room. We only learned later that everybody cried in their rooms. So I have my own share of it. Even on set while we're filming, there are times we needed to take a break and cry, because it's a very, very, very tragic story. These things have been happening for so many years. I'm just happy that I'm opportune to be the one to put this pandemic that has been going on in Africa, in Nigeria, to put it on the screen. I'm so happy for the opportunity, because this has to stop. Too many innocent people have died over the years, and many of them till today, their family don't have closure.
The victims are portrayed by 4 actors who are only making their debut appearance in major Nollywood production. Taking up these roles, they believe, is a career-establishing moment for them.
It can happen to anybody. These are just guys that were going about their day. They went to get stuff from someone owing them, and they met a very unfortunate incident. So it taught me the lesson about that anything can happen to anyone at any time, and it's just pretty overwhelming. I can't even explain how I feel about the whole incident, right from reading the script to filming. Now it's out and we're going to watch it. It's just a very, very touching and very sad story, and it could practically happen to anybody.
More music, I want Chris, I want to you from Chris.
Chiboy was a student, who had dreams, who had a vision, who had friends and family, who was very jovial, exciting, fun to be around. He always wanted to have fun until life happened and swiped him away. I mean, as a young boy, as a student who has lived in Lagos, Nigeria, and we know stories of the NSAS and all of those police brutality. These are things like that, injustice, and I've had my own fair share of that, and I could imagine if it would have happened to me, and I'm just grateful that, God has kept me and people like me up to this moment. But we just pray that the world gets to love more and the world gets to, stop any form of injustice and, violence.
Dark October is based on the story of the 4 victims and the events leading up to their tragic deaths. It explores the aftermath of the lynching and the impact it had on their families, friends, and the community.
Doesn't die, doesn't die.